guys, I'm going to show you this because I don't think we've done it in here before. We'll be starting on our backs with our hands behind our head like you did with Kirk, and I'll talk you through that. But the next part, your arms will come out into a big X, and you'll be taking, I'll say, fold the right hand into the shoulder. You're going to bring it across the chest to the other shoulder. Keep bringing it down the arm. And it's just going to peel you off, so that right shoulder will come off, and then you keep reaching through this right leg. The toes will turn, but you keep reaching through that right leg and reach through the right fingertips. Then you reach back through those right toes, and you come back, bringing first, so sequentially, through the hip, then through the waist, the ribs will land, the shoulder will land, the arm will come out, the tricep will land, the forearm. So you'll do the other side, hand to shoulder, it'll come across. What you guys usually do is you pick up your head and start to turn. Don't pick up your head until someone just pulled your arm. Then your head will just roll, your shoulder will peel off. You keep reaching through that opposite leg, even though it can roll in. You get a big stretch through that left side, and then reach back through the toes. So the leg will reach back, then the hip will come to the floor, and then you come through waist, ribs, shoulders, tricep, forearm. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna lay down on your back to start. Put your legs out wide, interlace the fingers, bring them behind your head. Let the elbows fall open as far as they can. If they're not touching the floor, that's fine. Just let everything relax and start with some nice breaths. So breathing in through the nose and exhaling out the mouth, and just starting to let your body settle. As you take your next exhale, just creep those shoulders down away from your ears. It's almost like you're walking them down to your rear end. And as you take the inhale, noticing where that fills in your torso. And on the exhale, just noticing how your shoulder blades are settling into the mat. Noticing any discrepancies from one side to the other. And then again, following your inhale, letting the ribs expand and widen. And as you exhale, noticing the back of the ribs and how each side is landing, noticing any differences between the sides. And cultivating the inhale, relaxing the muscles around the belly and ribs. And as you exhale, noticing how the hips are settling. One is heavier than the other. And on the next exhale, just noticing down through the legs, how the calves are resting, or how the ankles are resting, or the heels, and noticing if one side's different than the other. And then on your next inhale, gently slip the hands from behind the head and let the arms open out wide. Take the exhale and let yourself settle. Again, shoulders settling. And then we'll take the right hand, fold it to the right shoulder, and then start to bring that arm across your chest to the opposite shoulder. Keep reaching it down the arm. It's going to start to roll onto your left side of your head, and keep reaching all the way out to the fingertips. It's going to peel that right hip off the floor. Your right leg will just kind of roll in, and you're reaching back through the right toes as you reach out through the fingertips. As you take your next exhale, reach back through the right leg and toes. It's going to start to pull you back into that right side of the rear end. Then right side of the ribs, so you're bringing yourself back onto your back. Then the right shoulder, the tricep, the arm unfurls, the back of the arm rests on the floor. Left hand comes to left shoulder, fold at the elbow. Start to bring it across your chest. Reach it out the arm. It's going to peel your shoulder off. You can push down through your heel to give you a little leverage there, the left heel. Let the left leg roll in, but keep reaching out through it. Barry, put your legs farther apart. And then reach out through your toes and out through your fingertips, and you're going to probably feel a big stretch. You can keep going, Martha, through that left side. And then pull back through the left leg. Left hip will come to the floor. Left side of the waist will unwind. You'll feel the left rib start to settle, then the shoulder, then the arm, then it'll extend all the way out to the left arm. We'll take that again. As you exhale, fold right hand to right shoulder. Start to reach those fingers across your chest to the opposite shoulder. It'll start to roll your head as your right shoulder comes off the floor. It's going to roll you onto your left hip and your left shoulder. You keep reaching out through those right toes and right fingertips. Do y'all feel a stretch there? Right? Then as you exhale, you pull back through the right toes. That'll pull your right hip back to the floor. Slowly your right ribs will unwind. The right shoulder, the tricep, the forearm. You relax center. Exhaling, left hand folds to left shoulder. You slide it across the chest to the shoulder. It's going to start to roll you to the right. Keep reaching. Your shoulder will peel off before you can push down lightly through your left heel to help that roll happen. And then reaching through the toes all the way out to the fingertips. And then pulling back through the left leg. I'll bring the left hip to the floor. The hand will just retrace its steps like you put the DVR on rewind. All the way back out. You relax here, letting everything settle again before dragging right heel towards the rear till the foot finds the floor. Left leg will do the same thing. Right knee will fold into the chest. Left knee will fold into the chest. Hands sweep around, grab onto the shins. Take a little rock side to side. And then see if you can interlace your fingers around the front of your shins. So right up by the knees. As you take your exhale, we're going to bend our elbows. And hug those knees towards the chest. Bringing the shoulders into the mat, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. As you take your next inhale, you'll let the hands slip over to their own knees and open the knees out wide. So let them fall apart. Your hands might slip around to the inside line of your leg as you gently again rock side to side, noticing if you lost your breathing pattern. Letting the back muscles get a little smush and the muscles around the back of the hips. And we're going to do that again. The knees are going to come all the way together. See if you can interlace the fingers around the front of the knees or get as close as you can. Then bend your elbows and hug those knees into your chest, keeping them in there tight. Draw the shoulders into the mat. Now keep all of that and just gently press your knees out into your arms, but nothing's really going to move. So if I was taking a picture of you, we probably wouldn't know you're trying to press your knees out. Make sure you hold your breath while you're doing that. There you go, guys. Now exhale, let that pressure relax. Let the arms in and hug them in maybe a little deeper. And then relax the hands off the shin, off the knees so they're separate and open them out wide again. So knees fall apart. Hands are going to reach straight up to the ceiling, palms come together. Karate chop your arms forward so they're between your legs. Keep your thumbs touching and spin your pinky fingers to the side walls. Your palms will face the floor. Now karate chop your arms out into your legs. Yep. Now bring your knees together until you don't feel a stretch. So you want to go shy of feeling a stretch. Shy of feeling a stretch. And then press your legs into your arms and your arms into the legs and maintain that. Keep pulling the shoulders down into the mat. Keep pressing arms into legs, legs into arms. Keep breathing. Now as you exhale, you let the arms relax onto the legs. You let the legs relax and let them open wide. So you can even press them open a little wider. And we're going to do that one more time. Knees come together. Interlace the fingers around the front of the shins if you have that available. Squeeze them together. And then hug the knees into the chest. So bend the elbows and draw the shoulders into the mat. Keep that squeeze and just press the knees out into the arms. 10% of your effort and breathing there. Big breaths, everybody. Keep pressing the legs out. But your hands haven't separated, so if your knees moved apart, That's not what we're doing. There you go. So you're pressing against your grip. It's like your legs are trying to escape. Let the pressure of the legs out relax and just hug the knees in a little tighter if they'll go. Relax the legs, the hands slip to their own knees and you open them out wide. Hands slip onto the inside. Arms reach straight up to the ceiling, palms come together. Karate chop your arms forward. Keep the thumbs together, spin the pinky fingers to the side walls. Karate chop your arms out into your legs. Bring your knees together slightly till you don't feel a stretch, and then push the arms into the legs, legs into the arms. So you got a lot of pressure. You're gonna probably feel your arms working. Keep pulling your back muscles down into the mat. Keep on breathing as you do that. Keep that pressure. Now exhale, let the pressure of the legs relax. The hands drip over the legs, you press them open. Wider into the stretch, rocking a little side to side. This is just going to start to activate all the muscles around the hips. Your knees come back together. We drop the right foot down to the mat. We slide that leg all the way out. Reach the right arm overhead and give that whole side a big stretch. And as you exhale, you bring that right hand back onto the leg. And the left arm falls open to the courtyard or to the left. We exhale and we roll onto that right hip. So you're taking the left leg across the body. So let your hand slip around so it's on top of your thigh of the bent leg. And keep that thigh parallel to the ceiling. And you're going to push your thigh up into your hand gently and let your hand block that movement. And then just start to wiggle those left ribs around. Kim, if your knee is almost touching the floor, your leg is too low. Parallel to the ceiling, guys. Parallel to the ceiling. Reach through the bottom leg, everybody. Flex that foot, put the pinky toe side into the floor. And Arthur, how your leg just kicked forward in front of you, you want to move it back so it's straight back underneath the hip. No. And as you exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Roll onto your back. Open that leg out to the left. Let it flap out wide. Bring the knee back to center. Drop that foot to the floor. The legs are going to pass each other. Left leg will slide out as the right knee comes into the chest. Give that leg a hug in. Reach the left arm overhead. Take a big reach there. And as you exhale, shoulders relax into the mat. You bring the left hand back onto the leg. The right arm falls out to the right, away from the courtyard. You take an inhale. As you exhale, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. So turn that pinky toe to the floor and push it down. Extend that leg and you bring the top leg across until it's parallel to the ceiling. And that might be tricky to get to depending on which back feels like this morning or your hips. Press the leg up into the hand gently and the hand blocks the leg from flying to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you're turning those ribs off to the right. Long, deep breaths. Good work, you guys. Mitch, you can let your arm, the arm that's flying out to the side, come down towards your body a little bit more. Yep, and turn your palm open to the ceiling if you can. There you go. On your next exhale, bring that knee into the chest. Roll onto your back. Open that right leg out to the right so the leg will switch hands. Bring that knee back into the chest. Bring the other one up there with it. Swing one arm overhead. Roll onto that side. Push down with the hand to bring yourself up to a seated position. Keep swinging your legs around until you end up in a tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Palms press down into the mat as we inhale. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the back to the ceiling, coming into a big cat stretch. Inhale, reverse that curve, tailbone raises up, chest reaches out to the front of the room. Take that again, exhale, palms press down, tailbone comes under, rounding, let your head fall. Inhale, reverse, tailbone raises up. Shoulders draw away from the ears. We take that one more time. Tucking the tailbone under, rounding up through the back of the body. Inhale, reversing, tailbone raises up. Chest reaches out to the front of the room. Exhale to neutral. Shift the rear end back towards the heels. Come to child's pose. Sliding the arms out in front. Rocking the hips gently side to side. Breathing here. Nice wide palms into the mat. Elbows off the floor by pushing down through the palms. That bothers your neck or shoulders, walk your hands out a little wider. On your next inhale, left hand drags back to the left knee. We flip the palm to the ceiling and feed the left arm under the right. We want to keep that arm in kind of tight to the body so your arm isn't up in front of your throat. And you're going to turn your shoulders as much as you can so that left shoulder starts to point down towards the floor. Keep it active so that you're pressing down through the back of the hand that's fed underneath and the palm of the one that's out in front. As you breathe in, pressurize both of those. Press down gently. And as you exhale, draw the shoulders down away from the ears and maybe you'll rotate a little further. Taking that again, pressing down through the back of one hand, the palm of the other. As you exhale, possibly turning the ribs a little more. Now on your next exhale, you're going to let your right ribs start to turn down towards the thigh. So they fold back towards the leg. You might feel a stretch through the left shoulder area or tricep. Keep drawing that shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, we raise up a little. We sneak that left arm all the way out to the left. We sweep it a few degrees forward towards the front of the room, and then the right arm's going to swing around and try and meet that left thumb. And then you press with your shins and drive your hips off to the right side of the room, opening through that right side. Breathing in, open the right ribs towards the ceiling like a sail that's opening up, catching wind. Other way, you're going to look under the right arm. Exhale and lower those ribs down. Inhale, walk the arms back around to the front of the room. Exhale, shoulders draw away from the ears. Breathing in, pull with your hands, come forwards all the way through a knee plank. Plank on your knees, tuck your tailbone, lift up in your belly and ribs. Exhale, shift back to child's pose. Take that again. Breathing in moves you up and forwards till you're in a plank with the knees down. As you exhale, push away from the front of the room, shift the rear end back towards the heels. Take that one more time. Up and forwards. This time as you exhale, you keep pulling your hands towards your knees, bend your elbows, pull your chest forward and up into upward facing dog. The elbows are going to start to squeeze into your frame. Shoulders are moving down the back belly. That looks good today. Exhale, lift your belly, shift your rear end back to your heels, come to child's pose. Pausing there, slide those hands out, arms are extended. Right hand drags back towards the right knee. We flip the palm to the ceiling, we feed the right arm underneath the left. That's pretty good for your wrist, Karen, that last coming along. Make sure that arm that's fed underneath isn't up by your neck or chin. You want to bring it back so it's out straight from the shoulder. So be closer to the knee. Press down with the back of the hand that's on fed underneath and the palm of the other one. That's your inhale. As you exhale, you draw the shoulders away from the ears. You might be able to wiggle around into the rotation a little bit more. Breathing in, back of palm and palm press down. Exhale, maybe there's a little bit more rotation there. You keep wiggling that underneath. And on your next exhale, we see if we can lower the left ribs down. So unwinding the rotation and drawing the right shoulder away from the ear. Keep pulling it down. Inhale, you lift up a little bit so you can sneak that right arm all the way out to the right. Sweep it forward a few degrees to the front of the room, and then left arm sweeps around to meet the right. Thumbs touch. Press the hips away from the hands, off to the left. Inhaling, we open the left ribs towards the ceiling. You can raise on those fingertips. Exhale, we let those ribs fall. We walk the hands around to the center of the room or straight forward. Inhale brings you forwards into that knee plank again. And this time we're going to go right into upward facing dog. So pull the hands towards the knees to bring the chest forwards and up. Keep using the palms. You're cupping your palms. Barry, pull with the hands. Try and wrap your triceps in, Mitch. Elbows in. Exhale, lift up through a tabletop. Flex your feet and move right into downward facing dog. Treading through the feet a little bit. Press one heel up as the other one reaches down. Notice if you lost your breathing pattern there. Strong through the palms and the arms. Notice if your hands are cupping. If I'm saying it, I'm seeing it. So check if it's your hand. So you get all the knuckles on the mat. Then start, keep the knees a little bent, but start to reach those heels back and down. And see if you can wiggle the hips back and up. So keep the knees soft as you do that, raising the tailbone up. Less about pushing your chest towards your knees, more about pressing with the palms and pulling the hands lightly towards one another. That's it. 2 more breaths here. As you take your exhale, see if you can let your neck release, your head hang, and your shoulders relax. Then on the next inhale, we raise onto the balls of the feet. We walk our feet forwards to our hands, come into forward fold at the front of the mat. Feet at least 2 fists apart, maybe 3. Bend the knees enough to let the belly rest on the thighs. Slip the hands to the opposite elbows so your arms make a box around your head, your cheekbones or your ears, or football huddle. Palms together, knees bent. A little bit less intensity through the back of the body if you need that. And then notice if you lost your breathing pattern. Inhale, the hips will rock off to one side. That foot and leg will have a little more weight. Exhale, let it go the other way. Take that for one more breath cycle. Hips rocking off to one side. Torso can respond. And then exhale, going the other way. Releasing the arms down to the mat. Bend the knees, tuck your tailbone under, pubic bone to belly, and start to roll up. Stacking the spine. If that doesn't work for you, you can squat to stand. As you come to the top, arms sweep out to the sides and all the way up. Hook the thumbs, take a little lift up, and exhale, arms reach out to the sides and down. Taking that again. Feet press down and out. You start to lift up on the pubic bone. You hook the thumbs and lift up a little taller. And exhale, we reach the arms out and down. One more time. Arms going out and up. Hooking the thumbs. And this time as we exhale, we keep them hooked and we draw our shoulders down our back. Inhale, we go up and over to the right. Come on back to center, everybody. Push down and out with your feet. Feel your weight in both feet even. Now keep the left foot with all that weight in it as you reach to the right. Keep that left foot planted. Keep it same amount of weight, even a little more weight in the left foot. Keep reaching up and over. So lifting up on the pubic bone. Inhale all the way back up to the top. Exhale, arms reach out and down. Circle the shoulders. Circle them the other way. Inhale, arms go back out and up. Switch the thumb hook. Exhale, shoulders draw down the back. Inhale, we push down and out with the feet. Feel both feet have an even amount of weight. Now keep that right foot weighted as you reach to the left. Keep pushing with the outer edge of that right foot. There you go. Lift up through your belly. Reach long. That's it, Arthur. Nice work. Chin in a little for you, Barbara. The rest of it looks great. Inhale all the way back up to the top. Exhale, release the arms. Circle the shoulders. Reverse the circle. Inhale, arms go out and up again. Exhale, bend the knees, stick the rear end back, fold over the legs, hang the head. Hands hands frame around the right foot. Left leg slides back a good 3.5 to 4 feet. Pivot the left heel to the right, 60 to 80 degrees. Push down, actually bend that front knee till the knee stacks over the ankle, and keep the back foot planted. Barbara, hop your left foot to the left a little bit more. Make sure you can feel the outer edge of that back foot and the front knees bent. We're gonna push down through both feet. The arms are gonna float out to the side walls and your chest reaches forward. Now keep pushing down through your feet. Bring your pubic bone up and raise your chest all the way up. Barbara, swing your hips to the left. Keep coming. There you go. Arms raised all the way overhead. You're lunging into the front leg, and you want to make sure your back leg is strong. That's for you, Barry. Your back leg is bending. Push down through the outer edge of the foot. Hook the thumbs again. Lift up through the pubic bone. Now we're going to interlace the fingers. Bring the hands behind the head. Press the head back into the hands. Reach the elbows wide. Now push down through that front foot. Squeeze your booty, keep bringing your pubic bone up and open those elbows wide. Keep pressing your head back into your arms. You're looking good, Mitch. And raise your chest up. For 4, squeeze your booty, bring your pubic bones up, guys. 3, that's it, Kim. 2, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms go out. We turn our chest to the left. Look at your front knee. Make sure it's pointing to the ceiling. Bring your back hand to its own hip. Push that hip forwards a little bit, couple degrees. Yep. Now you're going to reach out to the front of the room. Front leg keeps straightening. Keep the hips are going to go back. Now you're going to let that right hand fall onto its own leg. Left hand drags up its own side of the ribs to the shoulder. And we open that left arm up towards the ceiling. Coming into triangle. Barry, let your left hip come forwards. Nope, that's moving it back. Yep, now stick your butt back. There you go. Now keep walking your hand down your leg and firm up your thigh. Firm up the front thigh, everybody. Where's your knee point, Barry? Where is it pointing? There you go. One more breath here. Top arm reaches over your ear. And exhale, top hand falls to bottom hand. We soften the front knee, we get the hands to the floor, and we hang over that front leg. Easy arms, relaxed neck, so the head is just hanging. What's working is your front foot pushing away from the front of the room. Back, outer edge of foot planting, and then you're just letting your torso drape, and your hips can be swaying a little left and right. Next exhale, we bend the front knee and spin the back heel to the ceiling, and we lower the back, so back leg's going to slide back, and we're going to lower the back knee down to the ground. Okay, if your hands need to be on the inside, they're on the inside, you stay there, Mitch. Otherwise, you're going to lean into your right palm, fingertips or fist, and the left arm's going to sweep by the ear. It's going to reach, those left fingertips reach for the space between the shoulder blades. And we start to open, push your head back into your arm and begin to open the left side of the ribs. Again, like it's a fish gill opening up on that side. Now your left hip bone, it's trying to point forwards, but the waist and the ribs and the chest and that elbow are reaching up and trying to rotate. Are you breathing? Are your shoulders sliding away from your ears? Extend the left arm out. Exhale, reach it forward, let it fall down to the floor, hang your head. You go, Mitch, keep breathing there. Rock the hips a little side to side. Flex the back foot, straighten the back leg. Walk the hands forward and hop the back foot to the front foot, forward fold. Soften the knees, hang the torso over the legs. Notice the differences in sides. You can bobble the knees, straightening one, bending one, or bobbling the hips. Before settling the weight even on both feet, bend the knees, feet press down and out as you roll up. Stacking the spine, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, arms sweep out to the sides and up. Hook the thumbs again. Exhale, shoulders draw down the back. Inhale in, we squeeze the booty and lift up on your pubic bone. Now exhale, we look up towards our hands and we see if we can keep reaching them up and back a little further, and that might be towards the ceiling. Watch throwing your head back, guys. My back row, y'all throw your head back. Try and raise your breastbone up. Yes, and keep reaching through the fingers. Kim, you're pushing your ribs forward. Push your hips forward. Squeeze your booty. You're throwing your head back. Chin in. Pull your shoulders down. Yep. Pull your chin in. Yes. Now raise your chest up. There we go. Inhale to the top. Exhale, bend the knees. Stick the rear end back. Fold over the legs. Hands frame the left foot. Right leg slides on back. 3.5 to 4 feet. We pivot the right heel to the left. We bend that left knee, that's a front leg, and stack that knee over the ankle. Plant the outer edge of the back foot. Then we inhale, push down through both feet and sweep your arms out to the sides like airplane wings. Keep reaching your chest forward. Now push down through both feet, keep your pubic bone coming through, come up into your lunge. Hips low, Arthur, come on. Very back leg. This tends to bend on this one, so really push through outer edge of your foot, Karen. Arms raise on up, we hook the thumbs again. Come on, Karen. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the head, elbows wide. Now push down through both feet, straighten the legs. Squeeze your rear end, lift your pubic bone, and now see if you can go up and over. Elbows wide, Kim, right ribs forward. Right ribs, there you go. Inhale up to the top, arms reach up, and exhale. We turn the chest to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Look down, make sure your left knee is pointing to the ceiling. Put your right hand on its own hip, back hand to its own hip. Push the hip forwards a little bit to the front of the room. Karen, yours is going backwards. There you go. Now, we reach forwards. This hip's a little forwards. Reach out, out, out. Keep straightening that front leg. Now let the top hand fall. And we see if we can open our chest a little bit more. Then drag your thumb up your ribs to your shoulder and raise the right arm up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the booty and drive the pubic bone forwards. Keep trying to firm up your front leg. Don't worry about opening that top hip to the ceiling, Barry. Bring it forwards. There, now try to straighten your leg instead. Top arm reaches over the ear to the front of the room, and we exhale and let it fall. Soften your front knee and let your torso hang into that leg. So easy through your waist, your ribs, your back muscles. You can let those all just drape. Your arms are like 2 well-cooked pieces of spaghetti. So if you're pushing and your arms are straightening like spaghetti in the box, soften your elbows and let them hang, and then wiggling your hips. Unlock your knee, Kim, the back knee. On your next exhale, we bend the front knee, spin the back heel, we lower down into a lunge, and we lower that back knee all the way to the ground. Pointing the toes, you're gonna keep your hands on the inside of the leg, Mitch, and see if you can slide that back leg back. Lean into the left hand, palm, fingertips or fist. Right arm sweeps by your ear. Fingertips come to the space between the shoulder blades. You reach out through that elbow and you press your head up into your arm, and then you start to open that side. Breathing here. Now, Mitch, just drive your hips forward and don't really worry about the opening. Just drive them forward. Do you feel that right hip? The back leg? Keep bringing your hips forward. Yeah, just keep doing that. Breathing here, you're reaching a little longer, pressing your head up a little more. That's it, Karen. And exhale, we reach the arms straight out. We let it come forwards and down to the mat. Hanging your head, rocking your hips a little side to side. If you are holding your breath there, go ahead and take a nice exhale. Then we flex the back foot, straighten the back leg. Hips lift up, and we step back this time to downward facing dog. Swaying the hips gently left and swaying the hips gently right. Inhale, we walk our feet forward to our hands, coming to forward fold. Interlace your fingers, put them behind your head again. Bending your knees, or you can be in a football huddle and you'll skip that hands behind head part. Now let your elbows fall into your head like it's bringing a hood over, and it'll tuck your chin in and your elbows will kind of point towards your shins. Right, now we're gonna inhale and start to lean back into the heels. And then the elbows come out like wings and we reach the chest forwards. Belly lifts and your spine comes out, not all the way up flat, but like a ski slope or a slide. Then as you exhale, let it all drape again. Let it fold back into the legs, let the elbows fall in. Then we'll take it again. Lean back into the heels. Elbows will start to reach out like wings. Your chest will reach forward. You haven't locked out your knees, Barry. Reach your tailbone up. There you go. Exhale and fold. Elbows in and hang. Take that one more time. Lean a little into the heels. Reach your chest out to the front of the mat. Push your head up into your arms and reach those elbows wide. There you go. Exhale and fold. Release the arms. Bend the knees. Start to lower the rear end down to the heels. Heels can come off the floor. You're going to be in a little ball. So let your arms walk forwards. Rear end hangs like a sack of potatoes. Head hangs like a bowling ball. Exactly. Arms are released. Hands begin to walk back. You make your way till you're sitting on your booty. Slipping the legs out in front. Take a second there. Shake out the legs. Hands come next to the sides of the hips. Thumbs point right where your hamstring and your rear meet. And we're going to push down and out with the hands. So your elbows might be bent. Bring your hands in a little closer together, Barbara. Yeah, tuck them in. Yep. And pushing down and out. So I just saw half of the room do this. See how this all got smaller? We actually want to do the opposite. Push down and out is going to sit you up. And then pull the shoulder blades together. And your elbows might be bent here. That's fine. Keep drawing the shoulder blades together. Yes, and you'll probably feel a decent amount of work in the upper back. And then let the head tip gently left and right. You can pull with your heels to help you get up on those sit bones. Arthur, keep drawing your shoulder blades together. We bring that all the way back up to the top. We see if we can let go with the hands and keep pulling with the heels and stay up there. Bend your knees, Mitch, pull with your heels. Yeah, there you go. We're going to bring that right heel all the way in. Slip the hands down, around, so you can put your thumbs between your big toe and pinky toe and fingers around the sole of the foot. Or you're going to grab your ankle. Or your hamstring. This might be better. Go underneath. There you go. So underneath the hamstring if that doesn't work for you. And then we lean back and we bring that heel up. And we're still pulling with that right heel, the left heel, because we're trying to sit up tall. Yep, and the next piece is we keep our thigh like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich touching our ribs, and we reach the heel forward. Yep, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then you notice, did you rock back? Because you probably did. So pull with the heel and see if you can get back up on the sit bone. That's it. Now if you're still okay, the thigh stays on the ribs. And you start to keep those elbows in, Kim. And we raise the chest up a little bit more. So you're trying to climb your ribs up your thigh. There you go, Art. And the shoulders keep drawing down the back. When have you extended that leg as far as it will go, we're going to take our left hand and sweep it around to the outside line of the heel or the ankle. And the right arm's going to let go and reach straight up to the ceiling. How'd your thigh come off your ribs? Yep, keep it up there. Bend your knee. And get up on your sit bones. It's okay if your knee is bent. Yep. Keep lifting through your belly and pull the shoulders down the back. Now turn belly, ribs, and chest open to the right. And you can start to reach that right arm wherever that right shoulder points. And it's going to turn you, yep. Then pull with your bottom heel and get up on those sit bones. There you go, Karen. Push your heel into your hand and your hand into your heel. One more breath here. See if you can keep coming up. A little taller. Come on, Arthur. Pull with that front heel. Kim, you're rocking way back on your sit bones. Pull up and forward and pull your shoulders down your back. Inhale, we raise this all the way up. We're joining you. Exhale, we bend this knee and let the thigh roll out. You put the sole of the foot up into the groin, or you tuck that ankle underneath the knee. We push down through the hands again. We raise up tall. We push ourselves forward to reach down there and grab on anywhere on that leg, calf, ankle, or foot. Breathing in, we wiggle the chest up. So pull with your hands and pull the shoulders down the back. Yep, see if you can climb your chest up a little higher. Pull with your heel in. Exhale, bend your elbows and see if you can lengthen out over the leg. Elbows fall in. If your elbows are swinging out, you can be sure your shoulders are rolling forwards. So elbows come in and shoulders slide away from the ears. You take that again. You inhale, you wiggle up off your leg. You lift your belly, you get a little taller. Then exhale, bend the elbows and see if you can lay out a little longer. Let the head fall. Take that one more time. Raising up, lifting up through your low abdominal muscles. There you go. And then exhale, bending the elbows, taking yourself a little further. Now if you're okay there and your leg's almost straight, firm up your thigh. Keep on breathing for 4. Breathing for 3. That's it, Arthur. Try and squeeze your quad. For 2. Keep raising your chest up for 1, and exhale, we let that all hang over the leg. Let your head go, let the flex of your foot soften. Relax your shoulders. Gently begin to drag your hands back towards your body. Roll yourself up. Lean to the left, pick the right knee up, slide that leg out. Give them a shake out. Hands come next to the hips, we push the palms down and out. Pull with the heels. Dandasana, our staff pose. Mitch, walk your hands in closer to your body. Closer, closer. Your elbows want to do this. We're going to do that. And now pull the shoulder blades together. Sit up nice and tall, everyone. Arthur, don't walk your hands back here to do it. Get them forwards. Push them down and out. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. Back, there you go. And then you can tip the head again. So this brings your spine up into a great alignment. A lot of times it releases the neck because you're not having your head forward. Everything's into alignment. So now everything can relax as it's meant to be. As we come back to center, we pause. We see if we can lift those arms up and keep everything where it is. Pull with your heels. Drag the left one in. Bring the hands around. So Mitch, you go behind the, can hook that left arm underneath there. Otherwise you're going thumbs between big toe and pinky toe. And reach them around the bottom of the foot. And then we raise the leg up. Now it's probably going to roll you back. You in a rush to go somewhere, Barry? There we go. I don't know where you're ready to go. So you probably lean back there, so pull with the right heel and get up on the sit bones. All right, then keep that leg sandwiched up into your belly or your ribs and reach the heel forward. And then notice if you roll back again and pull yourself up. Now keep that sandwich. It's not going to come apart. You bend your elbows and maybe your heel raises up. Your leg probably won't straighten. If your thigh left your ribs, you're doing a different position. Yeah, keep the thigh on the ribs and now try and lift your belly and climb your ribs up your leg and get a little taller. Exactly. And once you have that, then you take your right hand, reach it around to the outside line, either the ankle, you're good. Put that heel down and pull. The one you're holding, yeah, and just see if you can sit up. And then the left arm starts to raise up to the ceiling. And again, you pull with your bottom heel and you lift up through your belly, raise up tall. Now exhale, turn belly, ribs, and chest, shoulders, Clemencia. She's not alone. Push your heel that you're holding or that leg towards the courtyard. And your hand blocks it. And then we keep on turning belly, ribs, and chest for 4. Pull with the heel and get back up on the butt bones. 3, keep coming, Kim, lean forwards. 2, inhale back up to the top. Exhale, you bring the hand around the inside of the foot. You roll the thigh out. You place that sole of the foot up the thigh or underneath the knee. We raise up tall. We push ourselves forwards. We grab what we can. Either behind the calf Or you can bring those thumbs again between and raise up. Pull with your hands and pull the lats down to lift up. Exhale and fold. Breathing in, pull with your heel. Let that knee be bent and see if you can get up and out of the low back. Exhale and fold. One more time. Breathing in, pull with the heel. Lift up through your belly. Raise up a little taller. Come on, Karen, all the way through the middle back. And exhale, fold. And now if you can, you start to firm up that thigh and straighten that leg a little more firmly. Notice if your shoulders came up to your ears or if you grabbed your leg, held your breath, and tried to shove yourself into the position. So more about finessing yourself in the position. You just keep trying to pull those shoulders down as you do that. On your next exhale, you let it all go. Just hang. Let the shoulders go. Let the face relax. Drag the elbows back towards your hips. Begin to roll yourself up. Lean to the right. Left leg picks up. Slide it out there. Scoot your rear end forwards. Grab onto your hamstrings and roll yourself down to your back where we started today. Arms flap out to the sides. You rock the legs a little left and right. Breathing here. Next time your knees bobble back up to center, push down through your feet. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Now bet you're just going to reach your arms out towards a T or a V shape. Open those elbows wide, shoulders on the mat, then push down through your feet and drive your hips up towards the ceiling into a bridge position. That's it. Wide elbows, feet pulling the mat apart, knees reaching to the front of the room. Feet pulling the mat apart, not your knees pushing the side walls apart. Yeah, there you go, guys. On your next exhale, start to pull your spine back into the mat, one vertebra at a time. See how much you can articulate. Just notice those areas that come down kind of in a big chunk. You're going to go all the way till you get down to your tailbone. And when you get there, let the arms sweep out, fold the knees into the chest. Go right into happy baby. Knees wide, hands around heels or index and middle fingers around the toes. Rock it a little side to side. You can kick one heel out then the other, or not. On your exhales, shoulders settle into the mat. Jaw releases. Heels fall towards the rear. Hands slide up the shins to the knees. Knees come together. Exhale, feet drop to the mat. Legs slide out, arms reach overhead. Inhale, take a big stretch. Exhale, let that go. Take that again. Breathe in, take a big stretch. And exhale, let it all release. One more time. Breathe in, reach and stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, let that go. Arms float out to the sides a little. One heel drags back in. The other heel drags back in. You roll yourself onto the right side, letting the knees fall. The head will just roll onto that underneath arm. Go ahead and just get comfortable there for a moment. Let everything drop. Releasing your neck so your head can hang, letting that top arm hang and the top leg. Taking just one more moment for yourself before pushing down through the top hand, working yourself up through a seated position and into the rest of your day, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for a great class. Thanks for joining us out there. Have a good one.